awesome idea. So thank you guys for organizing. And I'm not sure if I am a social media expert, but I'm happy to share with you guys just kind of what I've been doing and what I've been trying with my business in Sheboygan. It definitely obviously is a challenging time, and I've had to do a little bit of thinking outside the box. I feel like traditionally in the past, my social media focus was just on posting pictures and not really thinking about things in terms of sales or my interactive rate. So those are things that have become more top of mind now that my physical location is not able to be open. So I just kind of put together a list of some of the things that I've been doing, and if any of this can be helpful for you guys, I'm happy to share it. If you have any questions, I'm definitely happy to help if I can be a resource for you. So starting with Facebook, I think there's such a different wide variety of experiences that people can have with Facebook. So some people might be beginners with Facebook, or some people might be more experienced. I feel like I probably fall more in the middle of that spectrum. But I can share with you, I like to call it like my fab Facebook 5. So these are like my go-to 5 things that I try to do and focus on with Facebook and with my posts through Facebook. So some of my go-to posts that I'll look at doing would be, number 1, an interest post. So just posting a product and saying, yes or no, do you think this is cute? Do you think I should carry this? Just kind of an interest post, right? Of just putting something out there. What do you guys think about it? My second go-to that I have been doing is a weekly sale. And so I'm not able to be open physically, so I need to move products somehow. So I chose a day of the week and a specific time. And at that time, I am posting pictures of inventory for sale. And I have posted kind of an overview of how that process can work for people. I have seen other stores that do this in the form of like a live sale. I just personally choose to do this with just pictures, just because it's easier for me and I don't love being on camera. So weekly sale is my second go-to, and then also boosting a post. So doing some sort of post about a product and then spending even $5 a week on boosting that post, which is where you're picking a target market to kind of send that post out to advertise to a certain demographic. So you can choose if you want to advertise that post to people just in Sheboygan, if you want to target people from Lower Michigan, what age, what gender, certain keywords. So even if it's $5 a week, just doing some sort of boosted post that gets my product post out there a little bit further and past this current demographic. You do have to be careful. Facebook tries to get you to spend more money and tries to get you to do reoccurring posts and to keep boosting it. So you just have to make sure before you click on any buttons to pay that you're really making sure you're paying for only the amount that you want. And then my other go-to is a giveaway. So right now on Tuesdays, I have been doing a dose of chirpiness and just trying not to mention anything, negative or anything really about our current situation, just keeping something positive and happy and tying that into a giveaway. So I've been finding, a small item, maybe a $10 to $15 item that I have in the store that I can give one away to out of the people who have commented. So I've done gift cards, I've done, small jewelry items, small accessories, and each week I just try to come up with something fun to tie to the post. So some weeks I have done, tell me something that's in the back of your closet, or, tell me what you love about your best friend. So just fun things that are completely unrelated to this current pandemic. But it's really been a lot of joy to read people's responses. It's been uplifting for me, to keep me motivating, and it's just something to keep people engaged with my page. And then my last and final category is just something fun in general. So just doing a post last week, it was snowy and cold outside. I did a post where I just had this great big parka on my head. So just something not even related to one of my products, just something that shows my personality, or I might showcase my dog, just something fun about my general life to just show some personality. So those are my 5 kind of go-to posts that I try to do on a pretty regular basis. As you might know with Facebook, you know, the more you post and the more people are commenting, the more your information is shared on their platform. So keeping that engagement is definitely key. And I try to just do that through these different methods. I also wanted to take a minute to talk about Instagram. I am a little bit older, I think, than the normal demographic for Instagram. I traditionally felt like it was for you know, a younger generation, but now I feel like Instagram is kind of taking over Facebook, and there are lots of people of lots of different ages using Instagram and using that platform as well. But traditionally, I just used Facebook, and then I realized I'm missing out on a whole nother segment of customers. And so I have started using Instagram also. Usually I do the same post for Instagram and Facebook, and Instagram actually has a button where you can select and it'll carry the same post over, and you can link your Facebook account. So I'm not like retyping or re-putting in the same information at all. With Instagram, if you're familiar with the hashtags, those are definitely helpful and help put your posts out there kind of into these hashtag groups that other people can search and find your post. So I use a lot of hashtags when I'm posting things on Instagram. I'll always use my store hashtag, which I developed, and it's just Urban Bird Company. I also use hashtag Downtown Sheboygan a lot. Right now I'm using hashtag Shop Local COVID-19 in a lot of my posts. And so anybody who's searching on Instagram under those hashtags will also see my posts in that collection basically now. Instagram also has some other features that I have not fully explored, but I have it on my to-do list. So if you're a retail store like I am, Instagram actually has a shopping feature where you can tag the products in your post, and they will link to basically your website at the end, so people can actually purchase the items from clicking right on your picture on Instagram. And so that's something I actually have on my to-do list to look into this week and learn more about how that works. So that's an idea that may work for a lot of you also. So just a couple quick goals that I try to keep in mind. I have 3 goals that I try to keep in mind when I'm doing a post. I want to start a conversation. So again, keeping that engagement in mind, I want to think about what is going to engage people and start a conversation. And you can even, you know, type in Google some ideas of just questions to ask people. You know, what type of music is getting you through this pandemic right now? What is your go-to jam in the morning? You know, what are your kids doing with their time for extracurricular activities right now to enjoy the outdoors? Just some sort of starting a conversation with your audience. And then I try to show appreciation as the second thing. So how can I show appreciation to my customers right now for supporting my business? For me, I feel like that's extremely important. I really try to show a lot of appreciation to my customers. And so I've been doing that through my weekly giveaways right now. And then my third goal is always, how can I stand out? So what can I do that's gonna, as you're scrolling through your news feed, is gonna maybe make you stop at my page. And so I try to keep that in mind when I'm looking at whatever content or picture I'm gonna post. Maybe it's just making sure that the picture is clear and presentable. Maybe it's mixing it up, and if I'm doing a lot of posts of just inventory, now I need to do some sort of creative post of maybe just my dog or something outdoors, just to mix it up so you're not seeing the same thing from me constantly in your news feed. So just standing out is always my third goal. And so there's lots of ideas out there with some other technology that can partner with Facebook and Instagram. So I mentioned Instagram shopping as one of them. There is also an app, or not really an app, but just a program that works with Facebook. If you are looking at doing a sale on Facebook, you can look into something called Comment Sold, and that will help you track and send invoices to people who are purchasing things off from your Facebook post. I, at this point in time, have preferred not to use that platform. There's a small monthly fee involved, and I'm in a position right now, I don't want to spend any more money on a monthly fee, right? So I have developed my own spreadsheet that I am just doing by hand. So when I post something for sale, people are just leaving their email address. I have the ability to email an invoice through my current point of sale system. And then I have a spreadsheet I'm tracking by hand to make sure that they've paid, have I shipped it, or have I delivered it to their home, and what did they order, just so I can keep my orders straight and make sure I'm getting items shipped out or delivered to people. So I'm doing that kind of in an old-fashioned Excel spreadsheet. There are also platforms that you can use to help schedule your posts. So if you want to do a post on Friday night at 7 o'clock, you don't necessarily have to be at your computer at 7 o'clock. You can schedule it through Facebook, or there's other platforms that will allow you to schedule it as well. So a lot of people who are doing a lot of heavy posting are using those scheduling programs too. And then just some general ideas, try to think of ways to increase your likes. A lot of people will do some sort of contest or promotion to try to get more likes to their page. Something that I've started doing lately, just at night while I'm watching TV, is as people comment on my posts, I'm finding that they haven't liked my page. And so once you click on their comment, you can actually go through and invite them to like your page. And I think they're more prone to do it at that point than if you're just sending a mass invite, you know, in the beginning to your page without any interaction. So I'm finding that to be more beneficial for me to invite them after they've commented. And some other ideas that I've seen businesses doing right now would be to offer gift cards to their store. So if you don't have a product that you can offer right now, do you have just a gift card that you can offer at maybe a discounted price? Or I've seen there are different, like a gift shop could put together, you could call me and order a $50 gift basket, and I will put together those items for you and be in contact and let you know what that gift basket might look like. So there's some different creative ways you can kind of implement this depending on what your business or your product is. So that's really, I think, the basics of what I do that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm happy to try to answer, like I said, any questions that you have. I think if I had to sum up my advice overall would be to post often, you know, post pictures. It really has been an art and a science for me to figure out how to get decent looking pictures. Lighting can be a challenge just depending on where you're at. There are like lighting sets that you can order off from Amazon or different photo places and Photoshop that help with the lighting in your pictures. Lighting is key. The background behind your pictures, so you can purchase, you know, just poster board, or I've gone to Hobby Lobby and they kind of have longer paper on a roll that you can purchase for a backdrop for pictures. But I would say lighting and backdrop in pictures is definitely something that I struggled with. It took me a long time to kind of find a good balance there. Adding in extra items to your pictures to kind of do some accessories and jazz up the pictures a little bit. Some other advice would be just, you know, do a drawing, do something interactive, something fun. There's a whole calendar of different holidays. If it's National Donut Day or National Teacher Appreciation Day, you can incorporate some of that into your post, and just give customers an opportunity to look at your inventory. So whatever you have that your business is selling, I see Dee Dee on there. So whether it's boats or clothing, you know, just have a nice picture that you can post that showcases your inventory, and then your second post after that, try to create an interactive post after that to drum up that interaction with your page. So I try to kind of rotate between the two. I kind of try to do interactive and then just more of like a stock inventory photo. And so a lot of times people will see both of them at the same time in their newsfeed together. So I think that's all I really had. Yes, hi Trudy. Did you have a question?
Hi, Lindsay. Yes, I have never seen any of your posts, so what am I missing?
Yeah. So you will typically start to see a post from a business if you first go out to their page and like their business page. And then depending on how much you comment and interact with my page is going to depend on how much you see my post in your news feed. Is at least how I understand it. I think there's a whole nother magical science to it.
Okay. All right.
I think that pretty much sums it up too, Lindsay. And then, like you said, if somebody sees your post and comments on it, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get a lot of your feed. But if you invite them to like your page, then they're going to see a lot of things that you post.
Yes, and one thing that I have found myself needing to keep in mind when I'm posting is I might be posting this on Tuesday, but depending on your interaction with my page, you might not see that post until Friday. So I've been finding myself needing to focus on saying, this is Tuesday, and this is, you know, our post for the day, or this is our giveaway, comment by Friday, and kind of identifying what day it is, because I don't know when you might see that. So I really had to pay attention to that and realize people aren't necessarily going to see that post the same day I post it. So if it's something time specific, you need to cite the days in your post.
Okie dokie.
Yes, yeah, it's a learning experience. I've had a lot of feedback from people, and that definitely helps me along the way. Definitely starting the online sales was something new for me. And I finally, this last week, felt like I needed to just do one big post explaining how my process is going to work. And then I'm actually going to take that post and leave it, you can pin it to the top of your page. And so now people can see that post as the first post when they go to my page and see how my Friday sales are going to work. And they'll get answers to questions like, how am I handling delivery? How am I handling billing? And they'll be able to see that post first by pinning it to the top of my page. Does anybody else have any other questions or any ideas that you guys are also doing? I've also used a local photographer to help me with pictures sometimes. And so I have done some fun events with Lindsay Vork. She has come down to the store and we've done photography. We've recruited a whole set of models to come in, since I don't always want to be in the pictures, or maybe I have items that are different sizes. So, you know, there's lots of people who actually enjoy having their picture taken. I am just not one of them. And so I have found if you just put out a message or reach out to a few people, you will find that there are people who will volunteer to come and be models for your photos or for your videos. Sometimes I'll give them pizza, or maybe I'll give them a discount at the store in return just for their help. But it usually ends up being a fun evening if we do something like that. So that's always an option. I've done different live videos. So in the past, I had a little show for a while. So I ran out of guests, I felt like, and then I just needed the break from social media. But so definitely, you know, follow other businesses in your industry and see what they're doing. So I have stores in other states that I follow, and I see what they're doing. And so sometimes I can get ideas from their posts, and that'll help me think of something I might want to do with a picture or with a giveaway or something. So definitely follow people in other industries from other states or other parts of the state that are related to you is helpful.
And you can
I think
usually,
that's all I have.
pretty much with all these
Yeah.
tips and tricks, you can turn them into what your business is. Lindsay is a
Yeah.
boutique, but like she had mentioned, Dee Dee could do that, posting, you know, boats or stuff that's in the ship store, or, you know, things like that, or restaurants could do, you know, maybe take pictures of people picking up their curbside delivery and put that out there, and things like that, which helps and just makes it a little bit fresher, shows community support during this, shows everybody you're open and running and putting out great food and all that good stuff.
I would just like to say, Lindsay, thank you for taking the time, because I know a lot of this is trial and error. I have done, but you
It is.
some new ideas for me for things that I do have in place already. Gift cards, the baskets, but a different way to promote and show those right now. And, you know, I have just put it on the back burner for a couple months because I had so many other things to do, but you've lit a fire under me now, because I can see, you know, and looking at some of these other people here, that you've given us a lot of great information. And thank you, because it is through, I know, the time that you've spent, and to share this with us, that is very generous. So thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome, Dee Dee. And it is. I definitely, over the course of having a store, I have found my relationship with social media to be a roller coaster. Sometimes I feel like I have been very connected with my social media presence, and I have been really dedicated to it. And other times I feel like I've not been the best at it. And there may be weeks that I'm like, you know what? I need a break. I don't feel like doing a post right now. But I think the biggest thing and the key to being successful is to being steady and having that constant contact. And so I need to personally not let myself get burnt out on it, and to figure out maybe I need to use one of these scheduling apps instead then, so I can schedule some future posts and not have to worry about doing it on Wednesdays every week then, if that's what's burning me out. But it's easy to get burnt out with. It is overwhelming. I found myself, this pandemic has lit a fire under me, and, you know, caused me to get more excited about it, because I had to. It was either I need to do this or I'm not going to have any sales. So I have to, right? So how can I do that? And how can I try to be creative and get my message out to my customers of what I have available? So it is definitely, it's a changing time. For sure. The other thing I just would add is, if you, Polly, if you guys keep an eye, or Katie, or any of you out there, if you keep an eye on the MEDC Facebook page, we have a really cool bingo game coming out for downtown shopping and how to virtually support your downtown businesses. And so that should be posted on our Facebook page at the MEDC in the next couple days. And it's really fun. So there are some items on it that are like, purchase a virtual gift card from your favorite business, just a whole little virtual bingo game for the community. And so I think that would be something great for our community to do, and to maybe come up with, do we want to get a couple donations from people for prizes for the first 20 bingos or something like that? I think it would be really cool.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can do. I think it'd be fairly easy to put it together and get it out there for everybody. And yeah, for sure. I've seen a couple different ones of those, not necessarily downtown shopping, but, you know, just like look for this kind of tree, or, you know, whatever, just something fun to do. But I think that would be a great way to kind of help boost the business that's able to be done around here. So that's awesome. We will definitely keep an eye on that.
I think that could also be a way to show, or to showcase some positive impact stories throughout downtown. Part of it could be supporting local businesses through sales, but part of it could also be, you know, share something that you've done to help a neighbor, or share something, you know, share that you've picked up some trash along one of your nature hikes. That could be a bingo square.
Yeah, I like that.
Making a positive impact.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
All right. Well, I know I keep saying that's all I have, and then I come up with more stuff, but I really think that's all I have.
I think this was pretty good. I know it gave me some ideas of things to do for the chamber. I've been trying to keep up on sharing posts from our members that I see. And I'll go out and try to search for some. But it's also important that the nonprofits keep up with their social media too. You know, nonprofits will be losing out on some funding and all that kind of stuff from fundraisers. So it'll be really nice to be able to share some of these tips and tricks to get them going, to help with the fundraising and all that kind of stuff that they're going to definitely be needing.
Lindsay, one quick question. Can businesses share to businesses? Because
I think so. So,
a couple
like,
times and it's
I can-
probably, you know, jumping out at me, but I haven't been able to figure it out. So I go to my personal one to like businesses, but
and
like
share.
Mullet Lake, I wanted to like other businesses too.
I can do that through the chamber.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah, that's how I get all the posts. That's how I get a big feed of what our members are posting, is I'll go on as the chamber and like them, and then it works from there. Then I can share their post easy and all that kind of stuff. On the top of your, oh, I'd almost have to show you, Dee Dee. I can
Yeah, we can do
show
that.
you sometime. But there is a way to switch if you're running, say, three. Yep, if you're running three
Okay.
accounts, which I am. I have my personal account, the chamber account, and the Waterways Festival account. When you click on something, it'll say post as at the very top of it. And if you click on that, then it'll allow you to post on which page you want it to go to.
Okay.
So I can either do my personal page or the Chambers page or the Waterways Festival page. And that allows you to control all three of them together, which you probably have three too, with the two marinas in a personal account. So that would work too.
Yeah, it gets a little funky when you have multiple accounts. But when I went to this business and hit on the like some, it did pop up and ask me if I wanted to like the page as me or as Urban Bird. So you should look for there should be a pop-up that comes up.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody
And
have
that's
any
a
other
good point.
questions?
Sometimes I try to also take my business page post and share it back onto my personal page, because I have a whole different set of friends and family on my personal page that unfortunately have not liked my business page, so I need to call them. But it is a whole nother segment of people that I know that aren't seeing my business page post. So even just sharing to yourself or amongst your businesses, that's a good point too.
Okay.
We just had Lindsay Vork jump on. She may be able to give some ideas too. She's pretty creative in the posts that she puts out there for her business. So she may be able to just kind of share some ideas. Can you hear me, Lindsay?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Oh,
Good.
I
I'm not
like the
remotely
picture.
ready to be on video. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, that works. Your picture is gorgeous. You must have had a professional take
Yes.
that picture.
Looks better than I do now. I'll tell you that. What were you guys talking about? I'm sorry, I missed it.
So we were just kind of getting, I think probably towards the end of our conversation, Lindsay Miller was sharing what her her Fab Five posts are on Facebook, like interest posts and weekly sale, information boosts, giveaways, things like that, and on creativity to keep it fun and interesting for people so that people notice your posts and don't just scroll past them. Do you have any tricks or ideas that you use with your business page to kind of grab people's attention?
At the moment, no. I'll have to think about it. Hold on.
Sure. and that shows like what Lindsay was saying, people kind of do get burnout with it. You do so much of it. One thing I did want to mention about the scheduling, I have done that for the Waterways Festival in particular for events. But then I've also posted, like, I get real busy working on the festival, and maybe I want to post something at 4:00 in the afternoon about the entertainment that's coming up that evening. So I will do a few posts ahead of time, schedule them for specific dates and times, and it works like a charm. So that does help too if you don't want to be tethered to Facebook every day of the week. If you get creative on a Monday morning, maybe you're like, hey, I'm going to schedule these out for the week and then take it from there too. And consistency is important with that too, because you may have a really good go with people seeing, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And then all of a sudden they don't see any posts from you for a while. They may be thinking, well, what happened? And then you're not as relevant to them when they do start seeing things again. So consistency on that with the scheduling, with the help of the scheduling, makes it a lot easier and keeps you in front of everybody, which is the goal. Anybody else got any questions or ideas or suggestions?
Oh, I have one more. Sorry, I just read the comments. So there is an online platform, and I believe Katie shared it through her email out to several business owners earlier, I think it was last week. Katie, do you have anything you could add about the Locable marketplace that's available for e-commerce for people that don't have an online platform?
Sure. I'm just learning about Locable myself. I can
Me
do some more
too.
I can do some more research and send out some more information, but it is a free online platform for businesses. You don't have to have a business website, but you can set up this free account, and even if you're only selling gift cards at this time, you can post gift cards for sale and get them out to the community kind of as a first step to having an online presence. So there are a lot of other paid features, but you can do a lot of basic selling on Locable for free. I'm definitely looking into it some more, but I'll get some more information sent out about it. It seems like it's pretty user-friendly and easy to set up. I watched about a 30-minute video on it this morning, and you can, just set up a free account in a pretty little amount of time.
That's awesome. If you can email me that information, Katie, I can put that in a packet with this this recording of this conversation and some other tips and things like that that we'll have available probably sometime tomorrow for everybody to reference and all that fun stuff.
Okay, absolutely. I'll send it out for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Katie is the interim Main Street director down here in Sheboygan. So if you haven't met her, she's here. You just can't see her. She turned her video off, but she's doing a great job. There she is. She's doing a great job keeping up on things, filling in for Kirsten while she's not working right now. And yeah, we've had some great conversations with Katie. Just trying to make it so all of our businesses can make it through this as easily and hopefully as painless as possible. It's a tough one. What you got, Trudy?
Ali, a question on the two conferences tomorrow, the one at 11 and the one at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would be more beneficial?
5:30.
5:30.
Yep.
I think I signed up for the earlier one. I'll have to sign up for the later.
Yeah, the one at 11 is a midweek member check-in. We're just inviting all members to check in with us, have conversations about what things you may be needing, if you need connections to resources, things like that. The one at 5:30 is the same, but we are having a speaker calling from the Michigan Chamber of Commerce, and he's going to discuss recovery strategies with that the Michigan Chamber is recommending, and there's some really cool things happening with that that they're most likely things that are going to be required moving forward. So he'll be discussing that kind of stuff too. So that one will definitely have more actual information in it versus things we maybe already know that we can just share again.
Okay, thank you.
Polly, is that one going to be recorded? I'm not going to be able to sit in on that.
Yes,
so that I
Sherry.
don't miss any information?
Yes,
Okay.
we're going to record that one, same as this one. And if any of you, or if you know other friends that own businesses, colleagues, if they have any questions that they may want answered that they're not able to get on and ask, have them email them to myself or Scott. Our emails are just polly@sheboygan.com or scott@sheboygan.com, and we can ask those questions for you. And then it'll all be part of the recording that will be available. We'll have it on the website and probably in the newsletter, I would think too. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah, that will be there. Lindsay, did you think of any tips or tricks?
Okay, so we're talking about marketing over like online platforms. Is that what we're?
Yeah, like Facebook,
like-
Instagram, we've talked about.
Okay, so just like social media platforms or like across the board?
Pretty much social media, but if you have any other ones, share them with us.
Okay, so I know Google Plus at one point was trying to make heading, but that didn't end up panning out. But one thing that is a really great way of people being able to find you and for people being able to stay up to date with information, latest specials, anything like that, and you can continually update it, they suggest, is Google My Business. So if you haven't set your business up with that, it's free. They'll try to make you pay for ads. The ads aren't worth anything, honestly, but it is free to get that, and it'll put you on the map for searches. Google is the most used search engine, so it'll put you on the map if somebody's looking. And it's really important, if you can, to put your address in. I know some people with home businesses sometimes have a hard time making that decision on whether they want to put their personal address on there, but I've heard it where you can do a PO box if you want to pay for a PO box at the post office. That way, when somebody's, let's say, looking for, I know it's difficult for me. I am out in Inverness. So when somebody's looking for Sheboygan photographer, I'm actually on the outskirts. So it's more hard for them to find me. So I have to try other avenues. But I could get like a PO box, and it'll then put me on the the city Sheboygan map. But from that, when you're using Google My Business, they have opportunities for you to do specials, and all of that will show up once you're on there. So you have to register your business through them. They'll send you a little postcard in the mail giving you a link to make sure to validate you. But I think that's really, really important. I'm looking for vendors right now, actually, just for another project I'm doing, and I'm having the hardest time because people aren't on the map. They're not putting their businesses online for easy searches. So a lot of it up here is word of mouth. So I think that's a really important thing, is to find yourself on those searches, from Google or whatever.
That's a
And
great point.
And I have gone to classes to like learn more about the ins and outs of this Google My Business, because there's a lot to it, more than just registering yourself, but it's untapped right now, I think.
Well, that's good too, because like you say, people, they type in, they may know the name of your business, but not have any idea where you're at, or, they might be looking for a photographer and you want them to pop up. If they're in Sheboygan, you want you there. So definitely, right. I think that's very important for all businesses to do that. We have had a couple Google classes, and maybe it's time that we do another one, bring someone from Google in to talk about Google My Business.
Right, and it's a good way to get linked in with other businesses and stuff. I mean, it can launch you right back to the website. It can launch you to any of the social media platforms that you have. So right from that one search, when someone's saying restaurants near me, it'll get you there on the map. It'll show you the restaurants that are located around that have registered with Google My Business, and it'll link them up to their Facebook's pages, their websites, all of that.
That would come in handy for a lot of people. Restaurants, marinas, just seeing Dee Dee in the corner up there, hey, marinas with gas near me or whatever. That'd be great for all kinds of stuff up in this area, especially when we don't have a whole lot, and we're just kind of all over the place. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and another one other good thing about it is it puts all of your reviews together in one spot too. So if you're getting I know I get reviews from all over the place, like The Knot and Facebook and wherever, but it all puts it into the one spot right in Google so that people can read it. They don't have to search, because people don't want to have to dig deep to find out what you're offering.
They want
They
it
want
right there to see
one-stop
it.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great suggestion on that one too. And a bit in depth, but if you can handle Facebook, I'm sure you can maneuver Google My Business.
Another thing I would suggest right now is make sure your voicemail for your business is updated. Just calling around to a lot of local businesses, it would be really nice if you could say something like, hey, our brick and mortar is closed right now, but please check us out online at our website, or check us out on Facebook, or give some information about when you plan to reopen, or if you have different hours right now, just so when people call your business, they know that you're still around, they know that you're still open, and they know the best way to connect with you right now. Another thought that I had was to put a sign in your, like on your door of your business or in your window. So if people are walking around downtown, maybe they haven't noticed your business before, but now that they're out and about walking around, they could see a sign that says, our doors are closed right now, but please check us out online or on Facebook, and give that information right there on your door. So when they're at your business, they know where to find you now.
It's a great idea. Very good idea. Anybody else got any questions or suggestions, comments? No? Okay, well, we will put a little, we'll put the video out there for if anybody wants to reference some of the ideas that Lindsay had earlier. And then we'll have probably a little PDF downloadable information sheet that just kind of highlights some of the talking points on this. We will have them on the website, Sheboygan.com. At the very top on the menu on the left, it says, I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's right out there, COVID-19 links and resources. And then there's a drop-down menu from there. One goes to carryouts and curbside pickups. And there's a mental wellness section. And then we will also be putting these different webinars. There's also links to all of the data hubs. So SBA, MEDC, all that kind of stuff. There's links directly on that, that page too for those. Okay, well, thank you, Lindsay, and Impromptu Lindsay, for giving us some ideas. Thanks, Katie, for all of your added input as the Main Street leader right now. And Scott, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I guess I would just say, Polly, thanks for setting this up. Lindsay Miller, thanks for all the stuff, everything you just said. Thanks for everybody for participating. Definitely that, and I maybe do one more plug for that webinar tomorrow at 5:30. I got a sneak peek, and actually our board of directors got a sneak peek a few minutes ago of the plan that the Michigan Chamber is putting together for recovery and what businesses need to know to be ready for that. It's a really, really good plan, and this is our opportunity as Sheboygan to ask those questions one-on-one with somebody who is writing that plan. So spread that word. Important to be involved in that discussion tomorrow. I think it could be very beneficial to Sheboygan.
Yep. And like I said, if you don't have the link to that one, but you want it, you can email me, polly@sheboygan.com. I can send you the link, or you can get to it from our Facebook page too under our events. It's on there. It's pinned right to the top of the page. All righty. Well, thank you everybody for attending, and hopefully we'll see many of you tomorrow. We will continue to do the midweek member check-ins on Wednesdays at 11 and 5:30 until we can kind of get back to normal with our member focus groups and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not anticipating that's going to be anytime really soon. So we'll keep doing the virtual stuff. And if you don't feel like doing your hair and makeup, just have a nice picture on like Lindsay does, and that'll work for us. Keep us connected and all that good stuff. But again, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, feel free to contact Scott or I via email. It's probably the quickest way, and we will help you out with that. One quick thing, just in case anybody was thinking about it and hasn't, I do have an order ready to go for 25-ounce bottles of sanitizer. Can be used as disinfectant for surfaces or hand sanitizer. They're $12 a bottle, and I will be picking them up, I'm thinking Friday or Monday. They're coming from the Le Cheneau Distillery up in Cedarville. And if you want any of those, just let me know, and I can put them on the order and get them to you early next week at the latest.
You have them available at the chamber? Is that where we'll pick them up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have pickup available there. As soon as I get them, we'll get them unloaded, and then I will get the invoices all set, attach it, I'll send out an email about that, but that's how we'll do it. We'll just try to keep one coming in at a time to pick up. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Good program.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.